This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
There he is. Look at that. Looking all dapper and everything. Wow.
You know, I try, man. I do my best. I'm
glad you got dressed for our show. That's awesome. I'm honored that you dressed up for us. That's awesome.
Come on, man. Right? You know, it's game day. It's game day on the road.
Yep.
Obviously still at the stadium. You know, can't leave the scene of a crime right now because there's a murder scene on the 50-yard line right now. There's some caution tape around the field. A couple Ravens were killed today. So,
yeah.
You know, I might need to stick around and bear witness and write up a report. Police report.
You can stack those Ravens on top of all the Herbert lovers, Lamar Jackson lovers, the Deshaun Watson lovers, the Tua haters. It's a, you know, we don't have mountains here. As you've learned now, Marcel, our mountains are piles of garbage, right? That you drive around, you'll see those dump sites. Those are our mountains. Well, that's the pile of crap that's been loaded up on Tua. There's a lot of people hurting, bro. I mean, in the last 4 days, they were brought down to the Herbert reality and the Tua reality. And boy, I got to tell you, there's some shell-shocked people walking around right now.
Look, I'll say this, man. Take nothing away from Lamar Jackson today. Because if you look at the numbers, the Ravens' offense was still excellent. Lamar Jackson was still damn near perfect today. He was perfect through the first half of football.
Until it became a playoff game, and then they needed a real quarterback.
I'm not going to sit here.
And the front runner couldn't do it. But go ahead.
I'm not going to sit here and say that Lamar Jackson is the reason why the Baltimore Ravens didn't win this game. Yeah. Miami got timely stops in the fourth quarter, and Miami's offense was unstoppable. Tyreek Hill did exactly what I said that they would do before the game. When I said I've got the Dolphins, the secondary's banged up all week, I've said you don't want to be nursing, soft tissue injuries against guys that can stretch the field like that. Eventually, it's going to take its course, and it did. But this is not Lamar Jackson's fault or loss. I think that, worlds can exist where multiple players can just do well without taking anything away from another. Tua can have an excellent game without taking anything away from Lamar. Tua and Lamar can both be great without taking it away from Herbert.
Baltimore couldn't stop Tua, yet Miami stopped Lamar. I don't know. That's what happened at the end of the game, my brother. That's the bottom line. Tua figured out, and Mike McDaniel, Tua and the offensive coordinator figured out the Ravens, and they couldn't stop him. And then when push came to shove and they needed Lamar and he wasn't front running anymore, now the pressure, dude, this is the same thing that happens to him in the playoffs every year. He does nothing in the playoffs. This is a regular season offense. But it's all right. People fall for the fantasy numbers and all that crap. But in the end, when push comes to shove, he gets shoved to the sidelines every single time because that running bullshit and everything that he pulls, that's great for front running. But when push comes to shove and you got to be a quarterback, he ain't a quarterback. That's the bottom line. He's still an athlete playing position that will allow you.
He ran for 120 yards. He threw for 300 and 3 scores. Like, he completed what's 21 of 29. I don't do the math here. I can look up the actual number. 21 to 29 passes.
Ton of stats for years. And what's he got to show for all those stats, bro? With a good defense. What's he got to show with all those stats?
Baltimore, outside of Lamar Jackson, did nothing. When you look at their rushing totals outside of Lamar, and really outside of that 79-yard run, Justice Hill, 3 carries, 16 yards. Kenyon Drake, 6 carries, 8 yards. Mike Davis, 5 carries for 4 yards. Like, the Dolphins' defense played well outside of anytime Lamar Jackson touched the ball. Like, he is the only reason why the Ravens got out to that big lead. Like, this is not his loss. And also considering looking at the numbers here.
I'm not saying it's his loss. I'm just saying
it's not his fault.
I'm just saying it's the same thing that happens every time. He can't bail you out in tough situations like that. That's not who he is. He's just not a passer, dude. It's just not. He's a great athlete that will wow you. But listen, I don't care about Lamar. It's not Lamar's day. Okay? It's Tua's day, bro. It's Tua, the man that stepped up. It's Tua, the one that is shutting a lot of people up. And you weren't one of the haters. So congratulations to you, because you're allowed on the bandwagon. So
Look,
congratulations.
I'm still not willing to say like he is. I'm not calling Tua top 10, top 5 in the NFL right now. I said he was him on Twitter, meaning like he is that dude today, man. Like you don't just throw for 470 and 6 touchdowns, down 28-7 if you're a bum that can't throw the deep ball. Saying that he is him is directed at people who it's directed at the people who hate. It's directed at the people who disrespect, who say that he's not capable of doing X, Y, Z. He clearly is capable of moving the ball downfield. He is capable of taking care of the football. And most importantly, what he had not shown prior to today, he is capable of winning you a game. He is capable of being the reason you win a game. Not somebody who doesn't hurt you, not someone who just takes care of the ball, not somebody who makes a couple plays. He, for the first time, when asked, hey, we need you to win this for us, he did it.
Can you do me a favor? Can we stop doing something in the media? Stop asking this dude about confidence. Like, these kind of dudes live off of this shit. Now, I don't think that's what people don't understand. Great players love these moments. That kid's never lacked confidence. You don't bust your hip up and repair it in 9 months and get ready to play NFL football when you lack confidence. When you lack toughness. That guy, all he does is prove that he's tough mentally, physically. This guy, all he does is prove that he loves these kind of moments. This is who he's been his whole career in high school and college. And now people are seeing it in the NFL because they've got competence around him now. They actually added like offensive minds. They added talent and stuff like that. To me, that's the part I laugh at. I was talking about this before you came on. It's the people that lack confidence in him are the ones that keep asking that same question that he has overcome his entire life.
I got to talk to Tyreek at his store opening about a month ago, right? And I asked him, look, man, you're talking to me about Jake Paul, about how he's different than you thought he would be. Like, what about the quarterback you keep praising? Like, what is different about him that maybe the public doesn't know? And the first thing he said, which I would know if you read my story. The first thing he said was, Tua is low-key cocky. Like, he's the kind of guy who, once he gets into that zone, everybody's got that zone. You ever been in, middle and elementary school when you're hitting shots on the blacktop and you hit your first 3 and you can't miss? When Tua gets into that kind of zone, he said that there's nothing that he can't do on the football field. And yeah, he was throwing to wide open receivers today, but I thought he couldn't throw the deep ball. I thought he couldn't. He would underthrow Tyreek, right? I thought he's going to leave him hanging, and it's going to be incomplete, right? That's what.
By the way, he threaded some in tight corners, in tight places too. He completed one inside with 4 dudes around him. That was a big ass play in one of the drives. He made tight throws too at the same time, not just open guys.
Like I was saying, I thought that he was not able to make those throws. That is what people were told, right? That's what everybody was told. That's what my mentions all said. Entering this year, who cares if Tyreek is going to be running for days and then look behind him and the ball's going to fall 20 yards behind? Like they were tired. They were tired criticisms, like about his arm strength. If you want to criticize his arm strength, talk about throwing to the sticks. Talk about throwing to the sideline. Don't talk about an ability to throw deep, because he can throw the damn ball forward. It's not that hard to do for an NFL quarterback. He is an NFL quarterback. He is an NFL starter. I just think we asked Jalen Waddle if he sent a message to the locker room today. And he's like, look, it's good that y'all saw it. It's good that everybody else saw it, but we already knew we could do this. We expect him to do that. So it's just not something that we've seen from him in years past. It's not something we've seen from him in games past. It's not something we've seen from this Dolphins offense in games past. A 2-score deficit was a death sentence last year.
Yeah.
28-7 last year. I'm filing at halftime, and I might go to the hotel. I might go back home.
This is the best performance by a quarterback since Marino. Okay?
Look, man.
Since Marino.
Fourth quarter alone.
Yeah.
13 of 17, 199 yards, 4 touchdowns. And beyond obviously the eye-popping stats there, the yards and the touchdowns, 17 attempts in the fourth quarter. They put the ball in that man's hand. He threw the ball 50-some odd times today. They put the ball in his hands as soon as they got the ball back at halftime and said, go win us the game. And he did. I don't want to hear about excuses. I don't want to hear about this, that, and the third. I don't want to hear.
There are no excuses. There are no excuses. They're only facts, bro. They're only facts.
It's just, look, it is kind of incredible to try to pick apart a 470-yard, 6-touchdown performance, man. Somebody told me, Mitch Trubisky had a 6-touchdown game too. Yeah, in a blowout win over the Buccaneers that finished 27th in passing yards that year and 31st in points allowed.
Hey, listen.
It wasn't a 3-score deficit in Baltimore.
I've explained this before, and I get smirks, and I did it the other day in the press room, and, I kind of felt the vibe in the press room, and it's all right because I'll have the last laugh, and it's all good, bro. And the problem is in the media and fans, we have too many size queens. And the problem is there isn't a lot of perspective. And everything is video games and fantasy football. And you think that every quarterback is 6'5" and can throw the ball through the stadium. Meanwhile, Montana could never do that. He's exactly what I say Tua is Montana. They're the same player, actually. They can't have people draped on them. They can't throw 80 yards downfield. They don't have guns. They're not big athletes. He's Drew Brees. He's Fran Tarkenton. These kind of dudes have an adjustment they have to make at the NFL level. Where it goes, it is what it is. But the guys that are super gifted, as long as you're accurate and you have anticipation skills, you're going to make an easier transition. The guys that don't have those gifts, that don't stand 6'5", the guys that don't have a rifle of an arm, they have to learn anticipatory skills at this level because the windows close faster than they did in college and they did in high school. So it took Drew Brees into his 4th season for the light to really go on and figure it out. Fran Tarkenton, it took him a couple years. Montana made a quick transition because Walsh was a really good coach, and he kind of kept the short passing game early on for Montana, so it really helped him out with the talent that he had until he got Rice and Taylor. That's what I keep telling people. Tua's talent is perfect for this league, but there's an adjustment that he has to make in anticipatory skills because this game is faster than the one he just left. So it's just one of those things that you have to fine-tune. Once you fine-tune it, you're going to do the stuff that he did today. And that's what I try to explain to people. Stop thinking that everybody has to be built like Justin Herbert or Vince Young or Dan Marino or whatever. They're not all built like big-ass buildings that can run like deers.
Yeah, look, Ryan Fitzpatrick said it very well on, I think it was the McAfee show, that Tua's got to be able to, his accuracy and his decision making and his anticipation have to be better than anybody else in the league. Just like physically, look, man, y'all can take this how you take it. Physically, no one is confusing Tua's strengths for a top 10 quarterback in the league. Physically, he's not. He's 6 foot.
Neither was Breeze. Neither was Montana. Let's just get that straight.
Yeah, you don't have to be. Yeah. You don't have to be. But
exactly.
You need something. If you don't have that kind of blue chip physical trait, then you need some other elite skill in order to push you forward into that category. And so that's what, like I said, man, you still have to make those throws. The clutch gene is there. At the end of the day, stop playing with that man. Look, you got to respect him at the end of the day. Respect him for this performance. This is a career game. And like I said before, I said all last season, look, I need to see with my own eyes that Tua can win his team a game. Not can win with the team, but that Tua could be the driving factor, the driving reason why Miami wins the game. We saw that today for the first time. Now, the honeymoon, the celebratory period, 24 hours. It's got to be 24 hours, maybe even less. Because if you listen real closely, you can hear Debo's bike squeaking around the corner. The neighborhood bullies coming to town. The two-time reigning AFC East champs are coming to town. We'll see what they look like tomorrow.
We'll
see what they look like tomorrow. It's no Bills luck. It's the respect.
I don't need to hear your Bills.
I don't need to be cut off. I don't need to be cut off. It's the respect. You've lost 7 of 8 to that team. You lost 7 of 8. You want to prove something? You want to take the next step? You want to take the next step? Yes, it is. Yes, it is the time.
It's not the time to talk about the Bills right now, my brother. We have
the time because who do they play in week 3?
We have all week to talk about
who do they play in week 3?
We have all week.
This is great. This is great. But you know what? This is one win. At the end, like it's one win. You need more. Go get the next one.
Look at him.
It's not going to be easy.
Look at him coming with a big ass tank of water and just dousing the Dolphin fire with Bill's love.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Who gives a shit about this game if you lose 2 to Buffalo and can't win the AFC East?
Now this game doesn't matter. Now this is not this game.
It is important, but it's not getting you in the playoffs. Beating Buffalo next week would be bigger than beating the Ravens this week.
Actually, you're wrong. There's 17 games in the season. They can lose both of the Bills games and still win 15. So I think you're not really good at math. You can still make the playoffs and lose to both Bills games and then beat the Bills ass in the playoffs.
Let's see it happen. I'm saying I love this. I'm saying this is impressive. This is something to be happy about. Go beat Buffalo next week. And nobody's going to have any criticism of your team.
Hot sauce now coming in here.
I swear to God, I'm going to hang up next time I get cut off. Go beat the reigning champ, and nobody is criticizing you anymore. Nobody's questioning you anymore. There are no skeptics. There are no
wait a minute.
coming in here talking about bad defense and backups and this and that. You beat them next week,
wait a minute.
All of a sudden, we're having a whole new conversation about the front runner in the division.
Okay, but let's get realistic now. Did you really think they were going to overtake the Bills within the first month of the season? Really? Honestly? That's a team that's being built for 5 years now. Mike McDaniel just started.
I have said
and he picked up the worst offense in the NFL.
I've said all offseason that those games last year were closer than the final score suggested. I've said all offseason that I think this is the year that they split. Stephen Ross, when introducing the damn coach, said we need to beat the Bills.
A moment. You're just a negative Nelly here, bro.
Hey, yeah, right.
We're trying to enjoy a great moment, an amazing comeback, and now you got to come with, well, it don't matter. You got to beat the Bills.
Hey, look, I know that you're excited. I'm not a Dolphins fan. I'm not a Bills fan. Like, I'm not happy, sad, excited. I had a fun time at work today, but like, this is the difference between me and y'all. Like, I'm not gonna go to bed smiling and giddy tonight. Like, I had a good day at work.
I don't know, bro. I think you're sleeping in Bills pajamas. I think you got some Buffalo Bills pajamas that you sleep in.
My thing is, like,
you might have some Buffalo Bills underwears and socks on right now or something.
Hey, my thing is, I don't care. I don't care what nobody in those. I'm sure that the comments are a lot of fun right now. I'm not reading them. I don't care about y'all like that. It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm keeping it a buck with you. This is great. This is a great first step to solidifying your place in the AFC East. But I bet you go down to that team bus right now. That's what they're talking about. I just got back from the locker room. Not y'all. Y'all just got back from the kitchen grabbing your third helping of chicken dip. I just got back from the locker room. I'm telling y'all what they're talking about right now. And they're talking about the Buffalo Bills coming to town next week.
All right.
So, look, man, y'all can be.
You're circling the wagons. We got you.
Y'all can be mad. Y'all can cry. Y'all can type mean things. Y'all can do. That's fine. You're in the living room. And I'm coming from where I'm coming from. And I am telling you what is being discussed in that locker room right now.
Any truth that you're staying at Chris Berman's house this week?
It's too far out, man. You know, I got to stay closer to the city. Plus, I got my dog, man. I can't bring him over there. Chris don't like dogs.
I don't know. You going fishing with Josh Allen on Tuesday? Is that what I heard? Look at that. God bless. All right, follow him on Twitter. Right. You know, even though he loves the Bills, follow him on Twitter at Marcel_LJ. Remind him how much the Bills suck and how much you're going to get crushed this weekend. Okay, he is Marcel Louis-Jacques. We still love him, even though he loves the Bills. Clearly.
Like I said, I do not care. I'm going to tell y'all what it is right now. This is a great win. This is a great win. Tua just showed something that he's never shown before. I called Tua him on the internet today. Y'all gonna get me in trouble for dropping the F-bomb. I called him on the internet. I've had nothing but positive things to say about Tua. So I don't want to hear none of this shit hitter in the sky. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. But I'm gonna tell you what it is right now. You want to know what's next, because this is what we do. You know, we look forward. This is not the, you know, we're not gonna be looking at week 2 for the rest of the year. We're looking forward.
Marcel Louis-Jacques opening up an Anchor Bar right next to the stadium.
Anchor Bar is trash.
Follow my Twitter, Marcel.
Hey, you're gonna disrespect. I know you're gonna disrespect me, but still fucking respect me.
I love you, bro. But I'm just here to bust your balls. So that's what I do with all of you. So it's my job. You know what I'm saying? But we love you, you Buffalo Bill loving fan. We'll see you later in the week. Okay.
I will see y'all tomorrow.
All right, that's Marcel.
Be better tomorrow, everybody. Be fucking better tomorrow.
myedgedrink.com. Use our code Big O. Get 10% off. Delicious, smooth, zero aftertaste. The finest energy drink on the planet. Check it out right there. myedgedrink.com. Use our code Big O.